Hey YouTube, this is Review Hunter. I'm back. I'm trying to be a little bit more active. It's during spring break. I've got a break from graduate school, and I watched the campaign primary in the Democratic race last night. And I was watching the coverage on CNN. And one of the things that I noticed, which really grinds my gears, as Peter Griffin would say, is CNN is just attacking Bernie Sanders and making sure that we, the viewers, understand that it doesn't matter if he wins Wisconsin. It doesn't matter that he's won the last 7 out of the last 8 primaries. It doesn't matter that Bernie Sanders is making a surge, is coming back on Hillary Clinton and making Hillary Clinton's life very stressful and very difficult to lose again and again and again and again and again over an extended period of time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, all right? When Bernie Sanders lost Ohio, when Bernie Sanders lost Florida, when Bernie Sanders lost those 5 states that were all grouped together that night, I felt like it might be over. But Bernie kept going. Bernie didn't give up even when I felt a little bit weary. Bernie kept going. And he has been getting landslide victories after landslide victory after landslide victory. And the first victory he gets, which is only by a 10-point margin, oh, it's not enough. Oh, Bernie should just throw in the towel. He should just give it up. How much is this hurting Hillary Clinton? How much is this hurting Hillary Clinton? How much of our precious dollars that we donated to her campaign are going to go to waste because she's going to lose because Bernie Sanders? No, if Hillary Clinton loses the general election, it's because she is a crappy candidate. If Hillary Clinton loses the general election, if she beats Bernie, if she loses the general election, it's because Hillary Clinton is flawed. She is phony. She is a shanty house. She is paper thin. She is a one of those forts that you build as a kid that's really just built out of pillows and blankets and sheets around the kitchen table. That's Hillary Clinton. She is going to get mauled in the general election by somebody like Cruz, which the Republicans are going to put up as their candidate. In my opinion, I don't think Donald Trump's going to get it. And Hillary Clinton can't win unless she's running against Trump, because everyone hates Trump so much that will actually go and vote against Trump. But when you need to have people vote against someone and not for you, you know you're a weak candidate. And the mainstream media knows it, but they just can't go and bash or acknowledge the loss of their main candidate, because they're already in the tank. They already donated that money to Hillary Clinton's campaign. So of course they're not going to want to acknowledge Bernie. They're going to want to remind us of every single thing that anyone has issue with concerning Bernie Sanders, and they don't want to critically evaluate Hillary Clinton at all. And even when she loses, they don't want to give it to Bernie. They were supposed to be covering the election, the voting that was happening in Wisconsin last night. They didn't want to focus on that. Instead, they wanted to focus on, like, 50% of the time they spent talking about Bernie Sanders being at a deficit loss, and the other 40% of the time they spent talking about the fact that Bernie didn't have a big win as he will need going forward. And then the other 10% of the time that's left said, oh yeah, Bernie Sanders just won, because they had to do the bare minimum of reporting the news. If they didn't even have to do that, they probably wouldn't have done that either. So CNN is really going down the tank, in my opinion. It's just shameful what's happening in the media these days. And that's why I'm so grateful for alternative media sources like the Young Turks. If Bernie Sanders manages to go and win New York and just steamroll her for the rest of the election, winning every state until the convention, That's got to do something to the psychology of a Hillary Clinton. That's got to do something to the psychology of the enthusiasm of going with the Clinton, even if she has the majority of the votes. And you know, it's sad for me as an African American, because the reason why she has such a big cushion is because she took all those delegates out of the South from some of my fellow African American voters who went for her in such large numbers when she doesn't deserve it, in my opinion. But you know, it's really that's another video for another time to try to explain why that happened. Even though some may not be able to understand it, it was hard for me to understand, but I eventually was able to understand just a little bit. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is Review Hunter. This is me reacting to Bernie and winning Wisconsin. Go Team Bernie, feel the burn. I'm with you all the way to the convention, and I'm with you whether you win or you lose, because I'm not with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is with us, and we are with the policy positions which we believe are best for America. He has the record on the positions that matter. We are not a cultive of people following some charismatic leader because he looks handsome or they're a woman or some gimmick. We are policy-oriented voters, and that is why we are drawn to Bernie, and that is why we will be here after the dust has settled. Review Hunter.